could be in a book to the extent that the United States government writes an official letter of protest to the government of another country. What is in that book? The Key to Africa's Liberation. And the title sounds like something that might be in dense language. Shockingly, surprisingly, the language is very straightforward and very simple. So, for example, it says, if you look at an African country, it calls itself a sovereign country, right? Because it's independent. But in fact, it is not independent. It's not sovereign. Why? Because it depends on foreign financial support. And once they cut off that foreign financial support, that government is gone. So basically, even though you can call yourself president or prime minister, the real power actually resides with the people who are cutting the check for your country. That's number one. Number two, he explains that we can't have all these small countries that we have because it makes it easy for them to come and bully us. But imagine if all of these countries compact and came together. They would not be able to do that. And that's why. So he was speaking truth to power. And that's what they didn't like. They did not want the example of what Nkrumah was discussing to spread around, just as they did not like the example of what Thomas Sankara was talking about to spread around. This is one individual. Burkina Faso does not have nuclear weapons or anything. So why was it a threat to a nuclear power like France? Very easy. Because imagine if every one of those former French colonies started speaking like Thomas Sankara, what would France have left? They killed him basically for no reason, because that's exactly what they're doing today, when Sankara was trying to get them to do that in the 1980s. Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, and now it's spreading.
The difference between poverty and being impoverished and the economic cycle that puts Africa on top collectively for debt.
It's very simple. Because let's say, okay, and here's the saddest part about it. Before the European intervention that really redirected Africa on a course where its economies were reoriented to benefit Europe, African countries, African regions had been trading even before some European countries existed.
Oh, I want to add, I was reading Eric Williams in Slavery and Capitalism recently.
Or is it Capitalism and Slavery?
Capitalism and Slavery, Slavery and Capitalism.
Brilliant book by a brilliant guy.
You know, when you read stuff over and over, you see things you didn't see the first time. And he was breaking down in regards to the people they were enslaving weren't unskilled people. These were skilled people.
These, of course, were the best.
So I'm analyzing, if you have a society or you have a community where not only the men have been extracted, but the skilled men have been extracted, what do you expect to become of that environment? It's like the real brain drain, the original brain drain.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And in addition to that, okay, so now you take the best of the best, building wealth in the so-called New World, right? And allowing England to become essentially the first industrialized country in the world. That is the amount of profit that they produced for England. And then, of course, with manufacturing capitalism. In fact, and here's the funniest part, not funny, but preposterous, that England then takes credit for being at the forefront of ending slavery and the slave trade. But what is not said is that England needed to end slavery and the slave trade because it was harming the development of industrial manufacturing capitalism.